Obinna was the pride of his village. At 28, he was already a successful banker living in the heart of Lekki, Lagos. Tall, confident, and always dressed in sharp suits, he seemed like the very definition of a man who had made it. His mother in Anambra never stopped bragging to the women at church. "My son is working in the city with white people. God has truly blessed us." But beneath the polished exterior, Obinna carried a secret. Each Friday night, after work, Obinna removed his tie, changed into jeans and a t-shirt, and drove across the Third Mainland Bridge to Surulere. There, in the dark corners of Allen Avenue and other hidden places, he fed an addiction he called stress relief. He visited prostitutes, telling himself he was just a man with needs. "I don't drink, I don't smoke," he reasoned. "This is my only vice." He never expected anything to go wrong. One night, he picked a woman named Amaka. She was different, not only beautiful but oddly cold. Her eyes held a sadness he couldn't place. The room was dimly lit, and the air was thick with smoke and perfume. But as he got dressed to leave, she said something strange. "You men always think you're the one in control, but every time you lie with us, you leave a part of yourself behind." Obinna laughed awkwardly and left. But from that night, something changed. He started having disturbing dreams. In them, he would walk through mirrors that shattered as he passed, cutting his skin. He would wake up sweating. Then came the heaviness, the kind of emotional weight that followed him even into the office. He felt empty. Conversations became dull, prayers became dry. And for the first time, he began ignoring his mother's daily messages filled with Bible verses. 3 months later, during a visit to his sister in Ikeja, she begged him to come to her church's men's revival. "Obinna, I know you don't believe in this church stuff like before, but just come," she said. He agreed, reluctantly. That evening, the church was filled with men from all walks of life. The guest pastor, a soft-spoken man with piercing eyes, began to preach on sexual purity. Then, midway through his sermon, he stopped and looked out into the crowd. "There's a man here. You're successful, good-looking, and respected by many. But you've been sleeping with prostitutes. You think it's casual, but you're bound spiritually. That's why your peace is gone. That's why you feel like you're losing your mind at times." Obinna froze. "You think you are feeding your flesh, but you're starving your spirit. Every woman you sleep with leaves a stain, and you are joining your soul with hers. You're scattered." The pastor read from Fourier's. 1 Corinthians 6:16. "Do you not know that he who unites himself with a prostitute is one with her in body? For it is said, 'The two will become one flesh.'" Tears streamed down Obinna's face. It was as if the man had read his journal. He didn't wait for the altar call. He walked to the front, knelt, and sobbed like a child. That night, he gave his life back to Christ. He confessed everything to a pastor who prayed with him. The next day, he deleted every contact linked to his double life. He joined a men's accountability group and started reading his Bible again. The healing was not instant. For weeks, the dreams continued, but slowly they faded. His appetite for God returned. Peace crept back into his heart like the morning sun after a long night. His colleagues noticed a change. He smiled more. He worked with new focus. His sister cried the day he led worship at her church. Years later, Obinna gave a testimony at a men's conference. "The devil tried to convince me that sleeping with prostitutes was just physical, but it nearly destroyed me. What I thought was a little fire nearly burned down my whole life. But Jesus saved me from the pit. If you're caught in the same web, I'm here to tell you there is still mercy."